Welcome everybody to another YouTube exclusive Voice of Nick episode. We're going to be doing more Pillars of the Earth. Let's see what's going on with 12 years later Jack. Or, I don't know how many years later this is actually. They look alright. North and south walls provide enough stability, thank God. A small crack. Vaulting unstable? Is this damaging the wall? Hammer and chisel.
The roof looks all right.
Okay.
The vaulting is cracked. This could be a problem.
No telling how long it'll hold. Doesn't look that bad from up here. Huge cracks all the way down.
No. I don't want to break more stones loose.
Well, I can't go back. Been weeks now.
One day, people will fly. Like birds. Sailing on the wind. Rashid told me. I'd better be careful up here. If I make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Be easier without this sand everywhere. All right. One more time. Damn. I'm getting old. If the vaulting were unstable, this part would have collapsed and the wall would retract. The cause of the problem is not up here. Tom. What would you have done now? When we erected the eastern wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. Yes. No matter what we did, it always came back. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it. But the cause could have been the same in both cases. The crypt! Huh? Yes, Tom. You kept the whole foundation there as it was. But it never had to carry this much weight before. That's it! The problem must be down there.
They were enraged. Bishop Henry thinks that the Pope should hear about what you wrote.
I think so, too. I would be honored if he read my book.
Philip, I really am worried about you.
There is no need for you to worry, Jonathan. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons and what you wrote, even though most of them can't read. Your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing, if our message gives people hope?
In desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
That is very true.
Well, I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that power from them.
Huh? Do you?
Philip's second book, The Divine Soul. Oh, look, behind Jack, that's the tree that we planted. The Divine Soul, written by Philip in 1148. In his text, Philip suggests that we all carry a godly spark within us because God created man. And while sometimes it may seem as if God has abandoned us, God is indeed always closer to us than anything else, because our soul is of a divine nature. This means that man does not have to wait for salvation from the outside, but that we can all change the world around us ourselves. We can plant a seed and God in turn will make it grow. Philip's message of hope is heard in all of England, and even other parts of Europe, but the church is highly critical of the text. In his first book, Philip had only criticized fake miracles. Now he seems to claim that, as all men are equally divine, members of the clergy are not closer to God's glory than any other man. Jonathan's tree, still braving the storm, steadfast.
Jack!
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there.
You shouldn't be up there risking your life. You should be with your children. Sally and Tommy have been asking for their parents all morning.
Aliena and Jack's family. Jack and Aliena's family, 1154. After their promise to Whaler and to keep Kingsbridge protected, Richard and Jack have spent much time fortifying the town. Since then, William Hamley has not dared to attack the town again. Aliena, who has continued her wool business, trades mostly outside of Shiring. Most of the fleece she is trading is produced in Kingsbridge, where Jack erected 2 felting mills. Aliena and Jack have 2 children now. Tommy is already 12 years old. His little sister Sally is 9. Martha looks after both of them while Jack and Aliena are working. Some believe that Martha and Richard are in love, but if that is true, they are keeping their secret well guarded.
The storm is tearing our east wall apart. If the storm works, I work. Jonathan, did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Aliena?
She stayed a day longer for the fleece fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.
I am sure she'll be all right.
I need to go. I think I know why the east wall is unstable.
Yes? Why is that?
I'm not sure, but I think the answer lies down in the crypt. I should hurry before it's too late. That's not the way to the crypt. No. Not before I find out what's making my wall cave in.
Wow, it's looking real good. Tom said a cathedral is never finished. Now I get what he meant. Right above the crypt. Cause must be down there. But what could cause this?
I don't like the look of that. I don't like it one bit.
The statue Rashid gave me would draw as many people here as Adolphus did, if it weren't for the drought and the storm.
Rashid was right. People love to believe in miracles. The reason most people come to Kingsbridge now is for Philip's sermons. He tells them what they need to hear. He gives them hope.
There you are. What are you doing all the way down here? Tell me.
That definitely wasn't here before. The cause of the instability must be down here. Time to get to work.
Shouldn't we take out the statue first?
Here we go. Dear God. These stones, they've been removed before. Whoever put them back just added some mortar on top of the stones to hide the fact that they were removed. The tile at the bottom was completely loose.
What does that mean?
I think it was an entrance.
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll find out.
Careful now. You've got the whole east wall on top of you. Jack?
Jack?
I'm all right. I just hit my head. It's dark in here. There's a whole room here. A chamber. I'll get a torch.
Philip, I'll get it. You stay here.
Sand everywhere. Parts of the room must have collapsed, made part of the wall unstable. A wooden drinking cup. At least that's what I think it is.
That's not wood. It's metal. Gold, even. Maybe Philip knows what this is. Yes, Philip should know. Maybe Philip knows what this is.
Okay. It's still white, so usually that means you can say more dialogue lines about it. What is that? Looks like a brush.
It's made of leather. It's a whip. What is that doing here?
It's long, almost like a coffin.
Is that a coffin? Oh, there's sand everywhere. Uh-huh. It's a bed.
What?
There's a bed in here.
What? Jonathan, we need that torch.
I have the torch.
All right, come in here. Should be safe. Did you know about this place?
No. No, I did not. I have seen this chalice before, when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral.
The chalice they say my father stole.
Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down, I know. Mother told me. They also said it was my father who did it.
Did they?
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid the chalice is responsible for his death. They hanged him in Shiring for stealing this chalice. But it was here all along.
That scourge. The whip. It belonged to Prior James. I was afraid of it when I first visited Kingsbridge with Francis and Abbot Peter. Even the look of it scared me.
James. Maybe it was him. I think I saw him during the night of the fire in the cathedral. When the old cathedral burned down, there was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody, as if he had chastised himself.
It is you! By God and the devil!
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like my father.
So he confessed for framing your father while he hid the cup here?
But it couldn't have been James you saw. James died weeks before the fire.
Did he? You said they never found his body. Maybe he hid down here. Maybe that's why the bed's here.
Wait. Jack, you were in the burning cathedral. What were you doing there?
I told Philip what I had done. He just looked at me. He didn't say anything.
Prior James Scourge. Prior James Scourge, found by Philip 1154. As a child, Philip was afraid of Prior James Scourge. He first saw it when he and Abbot Peter, the man who raised him and Francis after their parents were killed, visited Kingsbridge. Years later, James decided that now, Philip, a young man, should get the chance to lead his own priory cell, St. John of the Forest. Every time Philip visited the mother house in Kingsbridge, he always remembered the day he first saw the scourge. Abbot Peter did not like the idea that pain could lead to salvation, but Prior James believed that chastising oneself was the only way to cleanse the soul from the sinful implications of the flesh. After Jack told Philip that he believed Prior James was alive the day the cathedral burned down, Philip remembered that only weeks before, the choir did not dare to sing because they thought they heard someone chastising himself in the crypt. Maybe they really did hear James. Maybe James did hide in the secret room in the crypt, but why?
Wailerin, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to resign yourself to gluttony at times like these, while your people starve on the streets of Shiring?
Don't play the saint. You promise them miracles, and you make them pay. But your miracles never work out, do they?
God works in ways that we cannot comprehend.
My mother cannot walk. You failed. Again. What do you want?
I came about a book.
The Bible again.
No. Philip of Gwynedd wrote it. And the church is displeased. Bishop Henry was enraged. This is our chance, William.
Your chance, you mean? If you need forces, talk to Walter or Ugly. I don't care. I built your fucking cathedral. I'm done.
It's not just about Philip. It's about Aliena and her family.
Don't mention that name.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and Maud's son just signed a peace treaty.
I don't care.
You should care.
I said I don't. Now leave, and don't come back unless I ask for you. Where's my wife?
They've not returned yet, Lord William.
Then get me a whore! Now!
The end of the war. The end of the war and the Treaty of Wallingford, 1154. After 15 years of civil war, the battle between Stephen and Maud, England was more divided than ever. After a final confrontation at Wallingford, Empress Maud's son Henry II and Stephen arranged a truce. The treaty was later signed in Winchester and Westminster. According to the treaty, Stephen will remain king until his death and then be succeeded by Henry II. The treaty further states that all decisions regarding land which were made during Stephen's reign are immediately reverted and restored to the time of King Henry I. This means that the earldom of Shiring again belongs to the heirs of Bartholomew and not to the Hamleys. But who would dare to go against William Hamley? Oh, damn. This is a big old sandstorm. Alright, ladies and gents, we're going to navigate the storm in the next one. Thank you for watching the show. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed on this YouTube channel, where these Pillars of the Earth episodes come out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 times a week. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.